everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this quick guide. I'm Wasteland and I'm here to give you some information. So I've got a story to tell. I spent about 4.5 hours yesterday, I'm recording this the next day, sorting out a video on tree growth. Now what I did is I got 18 planters, planted rows of trees across a field, and ended up getting them to grow as far as I possibly could. The only two trees that I didn't get to full growth height were the Manchurian red pine and the Scots pine, which are these ones over here. This is the Scotch or Scots pine, this one. And this one is the Manchurian, or is it the other way around? Let me just check. Sorry, this is the Manchurian or Mancurian red pine, and this is the Scots or Scotch pine. So those are the two trees I didn't get to full height, but on further investigation, and we'll give you that information in a little minute, is it takes a very long time for them to grow. But we managed to get all the other ones to full height, and yeah, what I then did, I saved the game, came back out, had some lunch, and then went back in again, and all my trees had disappeared. So yeah, I basically have decided just to redo the video, and all I have done is I have planted this lone apple tree. So this apple tree you can't get as a placeable, so what I did, I grew this one. It took 8 months to grow, and yeah, that's the only one I haven't placed down. I will tell you quite openly, I have placed all these mature trees through the placeables menu, because I wasn't going to do that again. If you've ever tried to fast forward through 8 years on the game, it takes quite a while, and let alone planting 18 rows of trees. I also did a poplar experiment as well, so I planted poplar as well. So yeah, I might do that in a separate little video, the poplar thing. So what we have here is we have all the trees here at full maturity. So we've got an apple tree, we've got the American elm. Oh, come on, Martin, get this right. We've got the aspen, lodgepole pine, beech, the Betula get all these names right. The Petula emani, the box elder, the cherry, which I love the blossom on, brilliant. Chinese elm, downy serviceberry. This is the golden rain. Then we have the Chinese elm, and then that moves on to one of the pine trees, and this is the lodgepole pine. Then this beast is the northern catalpa, which is a massive. Then we have the Scotch pine, Mancurian red pine, oak, shagbark hickory, and then finally the Tilia amarensis. So we've got all the trees there at their full maturity. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a screenshot just now, which gives you the tree growth rates, and this is to full height. Obviously there are growth stages in between, and I did do, as I went through on my test before, I did have a look at when those growth stages were, but in all honesty, the information you want is when they get to full height, especially for things like the aspen and beech, which are good logging trees for sales, and so too is the pine trees as well. So you've got the lodgepole pine, the Scotch pine and the Mancunian red pine would all be good for timber to make into logs of the right length to sell for profit. So I'm just going to stand here and we'll get that list up. There we go. So as you can see, quite a big variety in the sort of the growth stages. Our lonely little apple tree over there was 8 months to grow, so it doesn't take that long, but it is a decorative tree. It doesn't do anything, it is just pure decorative, but it does look quite nice. The next ones to grow was the oak. So if we remember in Farming Simulator 22, if you played that game, oak trees were fantastic for wood chipping because they grew really quickly. And you get a lot of wood chips out of them, and we will as you can see on the side, we have got some carpentry buildings here because we're going to measure the volume of the oak tree, well, a couple of the trees in a minute, once we've gone through this. So the oak trees take 2 years to grow, which is fantastic. So they're still really quick growing, which in reality, in real life, isn't true, but hey ho. The American elm is 3 years and 8 months, alongside the box elder, the Downy serviceberry, and the lodgepole pine. So your first pine tree for logging is the lodgepole pine. That is going to grow the quickest. And then we move into 4 years and 3 months, and we've got the beech, the Betula eramani, the cherry, Chinese elm, golden rain, and Japanese sulcova. So again, beech, good for logging, so 4 years 3 months for them. Then we move on to the aspen, which is 6 years and 4 months, which is your other logging tree. And then finally we move into years 8, which is the northern catalpa, which is the big beast, which is fair enough. It does take a long time to grow. Then you've got the shagbark hickory, which is more of a decorative tree, and then the Tilia amarensis, which is this one on the end here. So you got that for 8 years as well. And then, as you see right at the end of the list there, 10 years for the Scots or Scotch pine and the Mancunian red pine. So if you're looking to do logging with them and you're planting them yourselves, it's going to take a fair while for those to grow. So yes, so definitely a long-term project. And in reality, I think most people play, well, I certainly play a map into maybe the 5th year at the most, maybe 6. I very rarely play past that, but I know a lot of people do play onto longer saves. So yeah, if you're looking to grow those trees at the end there, yeah, you're gonna have to wait 10 years for them to grow. So get them planted nice and early, folks. So I think in reality, the American elm and the oak are going to be your trees of choice for wood chipping, and the beech and aspen and lodgepole pines are going to be ones for logging, based on those growth stages, because they're going to be the ones that are done earliest. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get an oak chopped down, I'm going to get an American elm cut down, and then yeah, we're going to put them into here, into the carpentry, so we can measure the volume of wood that we get off those trees. So we'll chop one of those down each, and then what we will do, I might chop down, why? No, I'm not going to chop down this the lodgepole pine, because yeah, you'll be able to cut it into the correct lengths, and the same with these and the aspen and the beech, and you'll be able to get the correct length for that, to get the most amount of money for them. But I think, yeah, I'll just chop down these, we'll get them into the triggers. I've got myself my little Challenger tractor here. Hopefully it's strong enough to pull these trees into the triggers, and yeah, we'll get them measured. Okay, it wouldn't be me without a fiasco. So the carpentry builders I put in didn't have enough capacity, so what I've done is I've swapped them out to the sawmill instead, and yeah, we have put I've basically placed another elm tree there, so we've just felled it and put it into the trigger, and yeah, we've got the oak over there under a sawmill as well. Now this 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 bad rumour that if you don't put all the tree into the trigger it won't accept it all is an absolute fallacy, and I'm just about to prove that. So this is a full American elm. It was absolutely massive. I've chopped it in half just so it lays in the trigger properly, but that is it there. So we're going to put it in. There we go. So that is 20,621 litres. I guarantee you won't get more than that on there, even if you try to perfect it and put everything in into the trigger. But yeah, 20,621 litres of wood out of that, which is amazing. It's for one tree, absolute bargain. And that, yeah, you could cheat and just plant a tree, like place a tree and then put it into there, and you would get a fair bit of wood in return. And then this one here, the oak, 21,592 litres of wood for that. So yeah, oak is still king of the trees in my eyes. If you're using productions, that is. If you're just selling it, then yeah, you will get a fair price for oak and stuff like that. It's just chopping it all up and getting it across to the sell point. But if you've got productions going and you're wanting to make stuff, then yeah, the oak trees are a pretty good bet. Second off, the American elm. But if you looked at those the growing stages, so the growing, it'll only take you 2 years to get an oak to full height, so it kind of makes sense. Whereas the American elm is still 3 years, over 3 years, 3 years 8 months. So yeah, you're waiting a little bit longer for them. But yeah, I hope this helps. A wee bit of a shorter guide, this one, to some of the ones that you see, just because I've done a lot of the work behind the scenes off screen, but that is guide to tree growth and how long it all takes. And yeah, probably my top tip is, yeah, wood chips or yeah, productions, use your oak trees or your elms. And if you're going to go into sales of wood, and you want in lengths, then yeah, your aspen or your beech or your aspen are the trees to go for, along with the lodgepole pine. And then yeah, if you're wanting to play the long game, then your Mancunian red pine and your Scotch or Scots pine, unless you inherit a forest full of them, and then yeah, you're all good. But yeah, if you're growing your own, that's my summary. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have done, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do. And if you want to share a comment, you are more than welcome to. I hope you found this useful, and any comments, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. But for now, from this quick guide and me, Wasteland, take care, and we will see you all very, very soon. All the best.